Hey, Sneak Peekers! I'm Simi.
And I'm Samia.
We've got a lot of great segments lined up for you tonight.
First, Sydney, Anna, and Molly are here to discuss the intersection of celebrity and true crime ethics in the case of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Next, Gavin is here with a recap of the Sundance Film Festival, bringing you all the best sales and upcoming films from the festival.
After that, Melody and Gavin were inspired by the Percy Jackson and the Olympians television series to have an adventure of their own. Stick around to see them battle it out over their thoughts on the show.
Finally, Sneak Peek's favorite fashionistas are back with another installment of Style Squad. This year, they're taking a look at the most iconic outfits from this year's Grammy Awards.
Stay tuned. You won't want to miss a thing.
Now, we'll be right back.
We'd like to start this episode by recognizing the legendary life of Carl Weathers, who died at age 76 last Thursday.
Weathers was most known for his performance as Rocky Balboa's rival turned friend, the bright and powerful Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky movies.
Weathers was an athlete in his early life, playing in the NFL for 2 seasons.
After Rocky, he would star in films like Predator and Happy Gilmore. He earned his first Emmy nomination for guest starring in The Mandalorian as Greef Karga.
His legacy lives on through his wife, sons, and the films we have to remember him by.
In other news, a crew member on the set of Marvel's Wonder Man died this morning after falling from a catwalk onto stage.
The LAPD did not release the crew member's name, and the investigation into his death is still underway. We offer our condolences to his family.
We also have an update on Jonathan Majors' trial.
The Marvel star was found guilty of reckless third-degree assault and second-degree harassment in December.
Majors was supposed to be sentenced for his convictions today, but the sentencing has been postponed to April 8th.
His lawyers filed a motion to set aside his conviction. Majors faces up to 364 days of jail time.
That's it for the news of today, but we're not quite done talking about crime.
Crime and media have always gone hand in hand. It dominates breaking news, but it breaks into entertainment regularly too, in the form of true crime.
We at Sneak Peek have touched on the ethics of true crime dramas before.
But today we're taking a look at another true crime phenomenon, the case of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Gypsy was charged with the second-degree murder of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Her case is well known and inspired a Hulu drama series, The Act.
She faced 10 years in prison and was recently released in December.
Since then, Blanchard aired a Lifetime special called The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
And just yesterday, she announced a new Lifetime docuseries following her life after being released.
Gypsy is verified on Instagram, with a massive following of 8 million people.
As her social accounts gain notoriety, Sydney, Anna, and Molly are here to share their thoughts on Blanchard's media presence.
Take it away, y'all.
Hey Sneak Peekers, it's Sydney, Anna, and Molly, and we are bringing you true crime, hard-hitting realness to the Sneak Peek studio tonight. So ladies,
this is serious.
We talked about Gypsy Rose, we heard about how much media has come out about her. How much media have you consumed regarding Gypsy?
I mean, I've watched The Act, and then I've been active on Gypsy Rose TikTok.
Oh, me too. I'm loving her influencer era right now.
I saw The Act.
Yep, she's
TikTok,
giving us,
of course, Lifetime, the doc.
Need to see
She's
that.
giving us Get Ready With Me. She's giving us, like, hey guys, it's Gypsy Rose here, you know.
Absolutely. And then all of her podcasts, she's been hitting, I think, every probably one possible.
I need her to be on Trisha Paytas's.
Oh, absolutely. Just Trish.
Just Trish would be great.
Okay, so what do we think about this press tour? We talked about how much media she's on. How do you feel about someone who just came from prison, hitting up social media like a queen?
I think her impact before she even came out of prison, like on TikTok, everyone was like counting the days for her to get out. So I think it's good that we get to like kind of hear what she's like, what her life is like now. I know it's like a mess and whatever. And like, I feel like she gets to have like a final say over like what has been said about her. Like she gets to like come here and say it from her own mouth, like, hey guys, I'm like, I know what I did was not probably the best way to do it, but like that's why now I'm using this platform to like advertise for awareness for like Munchausen by proxy and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think as a media consumer and above all things teenage girl, I'm enjoying her media presence, but also, like, I do recognize that it's controversial because, like, a lot of people are released from prison and then, like, left to fend for themselves on the streets, but, like, I want to hear what she has to say. So
I feel like the act put one portrayal of her out, so I think it was good for her to come out and do like the Lifetime doc. I think perhaps she should have left it at the Lifetime doc, maybe dropped a book, which I think she is or has dropped a book. Leave it there. I think maybe going on all the podcasts, especially when you've been in prison for so long, and before that you didn't have access to all the media. Now a lot has changed in 8 years, let alone not knowing anything before that. I think it's kind of like she needs to adjust to real world, real life.
Yeah.
I really hope she's getting media trained too, because
By Ryan. Ryan is her husband.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite lore on Gypsy Rose?
mine's Taylor Swift. Like that Karma is her favorite song, I think is the most fitting. And also like I think did they meet? They were like God.
No.
Okay, they haven't. They want to. She wants to meet her. and I
No,
hope
yeah,
she
but she
does.
wanted to go. Yeah, she wanted to
I
go
hope
to
she's at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know she wanted to go to one of the football games just in the hopes that she would meet Taylor, which is crazy. But also, the D is fire. That killed me.
That was beautiful and perfect, and I think
Thank
will live
you.
forever.
Thank you.
Mine was actually a Page 6 headline that just dropped today where the Bachelor Joey thought she was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Not Ginsburg, Ginsburg.
I can see where he.
It's common mistake.
Can you?
They have the same.
Yeah, it's the same vowel sounds.
Exactly.
It's
Right.
3 names.
Exactly.
People get mixed up. It's fine. It happens.
Okay, so how ethical do you think it is for the media to be giving her all this spotlight after someone who, like we said, has been in prison for a long time, may not have the best media literacy? We saw with the D is fire, the fake DMs with Natalie Nunn. How do you feel about this all this spotlight going on Gypsy?
I don't really know about ethics, but I do know about iconic things, and I think this is iconic.
I
That's all I
mean,
can say.
I think it's unethical, but I am consuming it, so maybe I'm.
And you know what? Media has never been about being ethical.
No.
Okay, finally, who do we think she should collab with next?
Ice Spice.
Brittany Broski.
Oh, those are both great. I agree with the Trisha statement. I think
Trish.
Trish, hit her up, girl.
Yeah,
Hit her up.
Please. Like, Trish, you cannot be canceled anymore. Please do it.
Please. Trisha Paytas, we know you're watching.
She's a sneak peeker.
Well, sneak peekers, I think this might be all we have from Gypsy Rose Blanchard panel. I hope Gypsy's doing well and
Hey, Samia, do you want to hear my pitch for a project I've been working on?
Tell me about it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, 2 people. They're intertwined, but they're also polar opposites.
Ooh.
And they have to learn what it means to be alive and find purpose.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like it's been done before. I mean, what's the plot?
There is none. Oh, and did I say that they're a little quirky?
Well, why didn't you say so? Submit that script to Sundance immediately.
You think so? Okay, speaking of Sundance, Gavin is here to recap this year's famous independent film festival. Off to you, Gavin.
Hey sneak peekers, I'm sure many of you, like us, live in Texas, and unfortunately that makes seeing many of the Sundance premieres pretty difficult. But just because we can't be there doesn't mean we haven't been paying attention to the fest. Here are some of our most anticipated films that premiered at Sundance, which we hope will get general releases sooner rather than later. One of the films that we're most excited for is Jane Schubrun's I Saw the TV Glow. Jane Schubrun returned to Sundance this year, having also premiered their sophomore feature-length film, We're All Going to the World's Fair, in 2021. World's Fair was an incredible film and brought fresh ideas and perspective to the horror genre, and in particular, portraying themes of loneliness and alienation through a trans perspective. I Saw the TV Glow seems to be continuing in the same vein, this time being a horror film focused on 90s television in suburbia. The film follows 2 teenage outcasts that escape their suburban lives through their favorite TV show. World's Fair took roughly a year after its Sundance premiere to get a general release, but with the A24 studio already set to distribute I Saw the TV Glow, hopefully we can all see it in theaters sometime this year. Another film that we're excited for is Rose Glass's Love Lies Bleeding, a lesbian thriller starring Kristen Stewart as Lou, a gym manager who meets female bodybuilder Jackie, played by Katie O'Brien. Love Lies Bleeding is Glass's sophomore film, after her feature debut, Saint Maud. Kristen Stewart has proven herself time and time again to be a fantastic actress, and this film sounds like a tee-up for Stewart. Luckily, A24 is already set to distribute Love Lies Bleeding, and you can be sure to see our review when the film comes out March 8th. Of course, we have to give a shout out to God Save Texas, a 3-episode documentary, which had 2 of its episodes directed by Austinite Richard Linklater and UT professor Ileana Sosa, respectively. Linklater's episode, Hometown Prison, focuses on his hometown of Huntsville and the impacts of the rapidly growing prison industry on the city. Sosa's episode, La Frontera, focuses on El Paso and Juarez, examining how border policy in Texas affects the people living in these cities. God Save Texas has already been picked up by HBO and will be airing February 28th. That's all the films that we have time to discuss today, but if there are any Sundance premieres that you are excited for that we didn't mention, let us know on our socials.
Thanks, Gavin. That was fantastic. What are you excited to see from the festival, Samia?
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you trying to make water puns?
Sure am. How else am I going to introduce Melody and Gavin's review of Percy Jackson and the Olympians? Let's tune in.
Ugh, you're krilling me. Take it away, y'all.
Okay, so there should be a park just up ahead somewhere. You know, being in the woods like this, no one around, kind of feels like an adventure, don't you think?
Sure, Gavin. Walking 5 minutes off campus feels like a real adventure.
Well, don't be like that. It definitely does. It's kind of like the Percy Jackson series. You know it, right?
Yeah, I read the books and I'm watching the show right now, but comparing the quest of 3 kids in a world where Greek mythology exists is a bit of a stretch to this.
Okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but listen. One moment, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are just normal teenagers roaming the streets of New York. And then bam, one misstep and they're suddenly in a completely unknown world, faced with gods, furies, and who knows what else.
Okay, and?
And it's kind of like us. I mean, I knew where we were going one moment, and bam, now we're in the woods.
So you did get us lost. And all because you're nostalgic for some series that doesn't even feel like the books.
Wait, you don't like the show?
Well, not really, but that's not... Hey, what's that?
I think you know what it is.
You can't be serious.
I am. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is a good adaptation. It's clear that the directors of the series have respect for the original books. And Rick Riordan, the guy who wrote the books, not only gave the series his blessing, but he's also overseen the production, which doesn't happen a lot in a lot of adaptations. Or do I need to remind you of the horrors that were The Lightning Thief or the Sea of Monster movies?
Of course I know that. The show was bound to be leagues better than the movies when they cast actual kids this time around. But if they're going to scrutinize my favorite book series, then I'm going to scrutinize the details.
Really? I thought you were smart enough to not critique an adaptation by its changes. The Lightning Thief is almost 400 pages. Of course there's going to be some world building that ends up cut. But none of the major encounters are compromised, and arguably some are even improved. While the books are limited to Percy's perspective, we definitely get a lot more interesting points of view in the show from characters like Annabeth, Grover, or even Percy's mom. I personally think that the flashbacks in episode 7 really helped flesh out Sally's character, her strength and her determination to keep Percy safe from the unusual conventions of godly parenting. What the?
I'll admit, I did like some of the show's diversions. And you're right. We do get some insights in the main character's key motives and traits. Percy is impulsive, grounded, and selfless. Grover is patient, kind, and wary, and Annabeth is naturally wise and pragmatic. But their dynamic as a trio suffers because of the show's overall pacing and tone. We move from one climax to the next without a break, and we hardly get to see the more playful and childish aspects of their relationship. Every dangerous encounter is treated with the same level of severity, and without a variety of stakes and different reactions to them, everything starts to feel the same.
If anything, I feel like the main performances from the cast make up for the fast pace. We see so much with so little, like in the case of Leah Jeffrey's performance. She starts off incredibly cold to Percy, and while her stoic demeanor never totally falters, we still see that she's changed in some way by him.
If anything, I think that the development of their relationship over the series was really heartwarming. Oh, come on now. Don't act like you weren't smiling along with me the entirety of the finale. Sure, there were some bland choices, but they had a good cast. Ultimately, I'm happy that a new generation of kids are able to grow up with Percy, Annabeth, and Grover. Rick Riordan is always trying to push for diversity and further expanding of the depth in his characters, and I think that the show accomplishes this really well.
You're right. Despite its flaws, I did enjoy the show.
I knew you'd come around.
But it's still not enough. I'm sorry, Gavin, but the show simply didn't live up to my nostalgia. I wish it did, but without establishing Camp Half-Blood as a home for these demigods, a lot of the fantasy is lost. In the books, when Percy joins Camp Half-Blood, he feels like he belongs there. He makes friends with Luke, sings campfire songs, and lives in a cabin full of demigod kids like him. He feels secure there. So when he embarks on this journey with Annabeth and Grover, we get a sense of what he's leaving behind. And, like Percy, we don't want to leave Camp Half-Blood either. Because who knows if it'll be the same when he returns.
You won. Guess our little adventure's over.
Welcome back, sneak peekers. Last week, the 2024 Grammy Awards had some interesting wins.
Not only that, but there was also plenty of interesting outfits. Anna, Tori, Emily, Sasha, and Melody are here to share their thoughts on the most iconic styles from the night.
Take it away, Style Squad.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Style Squad. I'm so excited to be hosting this today, especially because I have experience. You see, I've been wearing clothes every day for over 20 years.
Whoa.
So yeah, right? Every single day, including now. So that's why I feel like I'm qualified to host, but I want to hear you guys' opinions about the outfits. So first, I'd like to start this way with you, Sasha, and let's talk about Taylor Swift's outfit.
Mother.
Oh, yeah,
If you could rate it, like how many stars would all of you guys give it?
wait, what's the scale, like from 1 to 10, 5 stars?
Yeah, so 0 stars is you hated it. 5 stars is the best.
I'm just gonna say I was clowning when she pulled up. She pulled up on the carpet. I was like, oh my god, like black gloves, Reputation's coming. Are you kidding me? The hair, everything. I thought it was Reputation. It was not. But honestly, I really love this outfit. Like she is eating it up, and I also liked it when she took off the gloves to receive Album of the Year award. I think it looks classy. It's giving the vibe of the new album, and I would give it like a 9 out of 10 just because I wanted to see something different with the hair. I think she can be a little bit more creative.
9 out of 10. Okay.
I'd give it, probably 6.5 out of 10. I really like the dress and the gloves, but I think, like, the shoes, necklace, and hair, I think if that was more cohesive, it would have instantly made it perfect for me. But otherwise, overall, it was amazing.
I think that's super fair. I feel like for Taylor, it's like maybe like a 7 or 8. Like, it's beautiful, like because and like anything she does is just like, oh, it's so good, like on like a grander scale. But like for her, I feel like she's had a little bit more like just like more put together looks. Like this is beautiful, but the white was really surprising to me. I think obviously because you're all expecting Reputation, like the white was kind of like, whoa, what are we doing? And then yeah, I don't know, the necklaces, like they look good, and I liked that it was like a clock and it was Midnight's and the 21 album of the year, like that was really cool. But I don't know, something about the white dress like doesn't do it. It looks a little bridal for me, and I just I don't know. It's not my favorite look she's ever done, but like she still looks good.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not. It's not my favorite look either.
Yeah, it's also not mine. I have to agree with Sasha. I think I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's just the clash between the black gloves and the white dress. It just, I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
Y'all made me rethink it. I feel like I feel like now I'll give it like an 8 because now that I'm looking at the picture, I feel like it's a clash between the red lipstick and everything else as well. Maybe.
Real.
Okay, moving on. We have Ice Spice. Let's see.
I think this is awesome. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it looks formal because of the shape, but like the denim and the fur, like I just feel like for her, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like fun and like out there, and I think this is great.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I think that's what I like about it because like it's still like it is like they have the like fancy cut and then like the fur that kind of doesn't go with it but also does. So I agree, it works for Ice Spice.
I'm gonna have to say some real things. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I know that I think that might be controversial, but I don't know. It really works for her. I really enjoyed it.
I totally
it made me
agree.
happy. It made me happy.
I think it's a moment. I think it's giving kind of like couture, like Britney and Justin Timberlake in the 2000s jeans outfit, but like definitely that as an inspiration, but put on Ice Spice's like style and like the fur and everything else. I like it. I feel like if I was at the Grammys, maybe I wouldn't wear that. So I'll give it like a 7. Yeah.
You know, I honestly love it. It's giving like Canadian tuxedo, but like even tackier somehow. Like I don't know how she did that, but it feels like very much her. And I love that she kept her curls too. Like,
Yes.
Only she could pull this off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Ice's hair. Like the color, very her. Okay, Paris Hilton.
I hadn't seen
You haven't seen it? I actually love it. I love it.
No, oh my god, wait, I love this. Yeah.
I feel like this is really giving like 2000s also. I feel like that was kind of happening a lot on the carpet. It looks like those like butterfly tops from like from the 2000s. I mean, she always looks awesome, but this dress is really cool. Yeah.
It is. I think it's really interesting to see the variation of style. You have some people making a statement and other people just trying to keep up that classy award show look.
I mean, this is more classy, but I think it's still interesting. Like, it has like the texture and like everything else, and I'm loving the bust down hair. Like, she looks really good. I really like this one. I'll give this one probably a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's very true to her brand. I'd also give it like a 9 or 10 because yes, something has probably been done before similar to it, but like it's Paris Hilton. Like, you can't not love it.
She's eating.
Okay, you guys ready for the next one?
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Okay, wait, let me see. Ready?
What is it?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm a big fan. Halle Bailey.
Love her.
What do you guys think of the outfit here? It's kind of similar to Paris Hilton's in that it's kind of sheer.
This my first thought when I saw this is it reminds me of Kim K at the Met Gala.
I was gonna
when she
say
did
the
like,
rotisserie
wet-
chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. It
That's
was like
the first thing
like
that
it had like all the
came to
beads that was like meant to be water. It's like kind of giving that, which she's in her Little Mermaid era, so I think that is like kind of perfect. I think it's cool. The sheerness is really cool, but I almost wish it had like a different color. Like I understand that it's like nude, but I almost wish there was like more color to this look. I don't know, something about it, but it's beautiful. Like she looks awesome.
I need to ponder.
For the sake of time, I'm gonna go to the next one. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll come back to the hurt.
Okay. Why are you guys laughing? Why are you guys laughing at CeeLo Green?
It took me so off guard.
He looks CeeLo Green since like 2017. And this is certainly
Did you forget about him?
No, he's giving Ginny in the bottle. Like,
He looks like the Grammy.
Exactly. He knew the occasion.
Yeah. No, like if this was
he
like
fits in.
a costume party, he killed it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. Noah Khan.
I love
He's
him.
the love of my life.
Yeah, I do love him, but this is giving nothing.
I gotta agree. It was okay.
It's just, like, are you going to a funeral or are you going to the
It's like-
Grammys? We don't know.
It's like so him though. Like
It
he's so
is.
just like
It is. I feel like if he did the whole monochromatic look, if he just did all brown, that would be so granola of him, and it would eat.
That would be really cool. Like,
Yeah.
He should have brought the dogs.
Like, what is all this?
Yes.
Where are the dogs from the
Bring
song?
a stick next time.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Last look, real quick, because we gotta wrap it up. But Jelly Roll, I feel like he just
Bro
looks like
did
he's
not
just
know the
excited to be
occasion.
there.
Yeah.
He's just happy to be there. I'm happy for him.
Hey, he could be going to a barbecue. He could be going to the Grammys. He could be going to class. He could be coming to sneak peek. We don't know.
He's a busy man. He's got to dress for all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a little casual, but it's like him. Like it's like
Yeah.
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is wearing
He's
that.
just happy to be there.
You can't hate him for it.
Exactly.
He's happy to be there. I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I'm happy to be on the show. And well, that's all we have for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want to see more of us, don't forget, you can always watch us every Tuesday. Bye.